Partners in Ministry, a presentation of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation, dedicated to growing ministry support networks, introducing people to a cause that connects with their heart, bringing hope and encouragement to our communities as we seek together to serve as Christ served.
Welcome to Partners in Ministry. I'm your host, Dan Smith, and today I'll be talking with Mindy Hadley and Jessica Winter of Quakerdale Business Services. In this interview, we're going to discuss what it takes to start a nonprofit business. Well, welcome, Mindy and Jessica. Thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for having us, Dan.
Yeah, as we all know, Quakerdale Business Services have had the privilege of working with a lot of nonprofits over the years. Take us through the process of what it takes to become a nonprofit.
Well, first of all, for a nonprofit and also for-profits, you're going to need to figure out your mission statement, what your goal is as an organization and what you would like to achieve. And then you would need to figure out board members. And when I chose my board members, I got 3 to 5 people and made sure they knew what our goal was as an organization and that they had skills to help us. So we are doing accounting and HR. So I made sure I had a board member that had those types of skills and really looked at the person and made sure they fit in with us for our board. And then you'll need to develop a budget, because that's a big deal when you start a nonprofit, depending on how much money you're going to make and what forms you'll fill out. And that's something that Jess and I can help you with. We have a budget template that we send our new clients, and we just work through it that way with them. But a budget is a big deal, whether you're a nonprofit or for-profit organization.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you have your mission statement and you picked your board of directors, and the board of directors have their titles assigned to them, president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and you've developed your budget. And the majority of the time we like to go out for budgets, anticipated 3 years.
Okay.
And that helps us to determine what type of paperwork needs to be filed with specific organizations to make sure that we're, properly filling out paperwork, getting the correct forms. So once you've determined those, your next step is to determine who your registered agent is going to be. So that's the person that is going to be providing their personal information to actually start the new organization. So it could be a board member, it could be maybe the person who, wants to start the new organization, but that person's going to provide their personal information to get the business up and running. So once all of that has been determined, then we're going to file for your EIN number, which is your, organizational number that you're going to use for everything. You have to use this EIN number to open up a bank account. You're going to use this EIN number to file taxes and to submit forms. If you're going to, have employees and do payroll, this EIN number is very important. So the first step is getting an EIN number with the IRS. After we've accomplished that, then we need to file with the state that you're incorporating in. So we have to file articles of incorporation. So for example, if you're here in Iowa, we will file articles of incorporation with the Secretary of State of Iowa. And with that, you'll also be including some additional information that we can help them with that we can help with. But the majority of the time, you're going to probably be looking for that same registered agent that's going to be listed on the EIN paperwork. And there's some additional requirements for nonprofits. For example, if your organization was to dissolve and no longer exist, a requirement of the state of Iowa is that any assets or leftover revenue dollars that are still in the organization have to be transferred to another nonprofit organization that is, has exempt purposes as well. So there's some stipulations that are involved with the articles of incorporation. After that, we'll work on providing organizations with bylaws, and bylaws is a document that is created to provide as like a policy manual for the board of directors. It goes through some conflict of interest policies, how the board is going to be ran, just to make sure that, people aren't funneling money to board members.
Sure.
From a nonprofit organization. And then the biggest step when it comes to creating a nonprofit is the exempt application form that we submit to the IRS, which is a 1023 form. And that 1023 form There are 3 different forms that you can fill out, and it is all based on the amount of revenue that you anticipate receiving from the budget that you worked out before. And the 1023 is a document that's sent to the IRS that explains what your purpose is, why you want to become a nonprofit, and then you answer some significant questions to help the IRS determine if you meet the exempt purposes laid out in their guidelines. So it's a lot of steps.
Yeah, as I'm thinking about it, my head is just spinning. I'm going, holy cow. This isn't just walk in, get a piece of paper, fill a couple lines out and turn it in. And it's all done. I'm assuming that y'all can help me with this. Is this something that you could do for me if I was thinking about starting a nonprofit?
Absolutely. Yes. All you would need to do is contact us and we can help walk you through the steps of where you need to start. And we help. The fun thing about our job is every new client that we have, we learn something new. Everyone is so different and unique. So we get invested and engaged and like to see what people's ideas are of helping others. And it's really fun for us. So all you would need to do is just give us a call or email and we can help out.
Sure. You know, as I think about Quakerdale Business Services and how you guys started, you originally are part of the Quakerdale organization that was been around since like 1854. Then it kind of got divided up around 2016, 2018, somewhere in there. A decision had to be made about whether or not you guys were going to be either for-profit or nonprofit. Why did you guys choose to be a nonprofit instead of a for-profit business?
It's a good question, Dan. Really for Jess and I, we're moms first, and it's really important to us if we're going to be away from our family, we want to do something that's making a difference. And we really feel like God is calling us to help people. So it's not necessarily make a lot of money and just save a lot of money. We really, truly just want to help other organizations grow and fulfill their mission. So nonprofit really was a good fit for us because our whole goal is helping others, not necessarily making a ton of money at it. Yeah. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, so our charitable purpose is to be able to fundraise and receive grants from organizations that allow us to indirectly help children and families in our area. And our main goal as an organization is to help organizations either create a new business, create a new nonprofit, or help them with the back end stuff, the bookkeeping and the payroll and the stuff that maybe people don't really know a lot about. Help take some of that off their plate so it allows them to have more time fulfilling their own mission. So
yeah, I know that the Quakerdale Foundation definitely supports Quakerdale Business Services. And I know one of the reasons for that is to try to keep down the cost for you to be able to provide these kind of services for smaller startups that otherwise could be a little bit overwhelming. So if you guys believe in the mission of Quakerdale Business Services, if you'd like to see small nonprofits that are working with children and family, or just people who are trying to make a go of things, and you would like to try to help keep costs down, donating to Quakerdale Business Services is one of the best ways to do it. And I would just highly recommend that you're doing that. So, hey guys, thanks a lot for spending some time with me. That's really some great information. I just really appreciate it, as well as appreciate what you do.
Thank you, Dan.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, if you got any questions, or if you'd like to learn more about Quakerdale Business Services, you can see their contact information right here on the screen, or you can find it in the show notes of this episode on our website or in the description of this YouTube video. On behalf of Quakerdale Business Services, Partners in Ministry, I'm Dan Smith saying thanks for joining me today. And until next time, let's get out there and serve as Christ serves.
This has been a presentation of Partners in Ministry, a podcast of Josiah White's Quakerdale Foundation. To learn more and see the show notes for this and other episodes, visit our website. To stay informed of up and coming broadcasts, subscribe to our e-newsletter. To invest in our mission, donate today.